Okay, Roger. Well, second time that you've played Jan-Lennard. First time was a relatively close match on the scoreline, just like tonight. And this guy plays a lot of velocity on the ball, big shots. I mean, how did you handle him out here? This court, pretty quick. That's not an easy match.
Yeah, and I knew that going in, so it's good. I've practiced with him, played doubles against him and singles too. So you have the information you need. You know he can serve 215, 220, no problem. For 5 hours, I guess. So that's what you are ready for, and I knew he was going to go for his shot, so it's a question about me focusing on my own serve, protecting that as well as I can, and then try to somehow get a break by good defense, or maybe he helps me out a little bit, and I think it was a bit of both, but he played a good match. First time, I guess, for him on Rod Laver Arena, and it was not easy. There's always a lot of expectations on the underdog too, so I thought it was a good match, and I enjoyed it, and I wish him the best for the season.
Today was a blistering hot day. Tomorrow's going to be the same. It's almost 40 degrees here on the court today. It's about 31 tonight. It's not that cool either. Is a day like today, I would imagine you're thankful to play at night. Did you ask to play at night?
Well, there's maybe 60 guys asking for stuff, so I'm one of those guys, yes.
Do you think you have more leverage than some?
Possibly, but it's not my call. It's their call. There's a guy like Novak, there's other guys who they're going to listen to, of course, the Aussies, but maybe also TV decides. I don't know what you guys ask for at night, but I'm happy I didn't have to go from night to day and then maybe back to night, so I'm happy to stay in the same rhythm, but I wouldn't have mind to play during the day. I hope I thrive under those conditions too, because if you want to get to the top, you got to be able to play in all conditions, but sure, it's helpful to play now rather than during the day.
I'd say you've earned the right to play whenever you want to play, but that's just my opinion. But last year you came in here as a 17th seed, this year the number 2 seed. Last year started off a really magical year for you, and it was a magical run here. What are your top memories from your run to the title here in 2017?
Well, I enjoyed that I could speak differently to you guys and to the press and feel different out on court, because I basically felt the same for 10, 15 years, where every match I went into, I was hoping to win it, hoping to have a deep run in the tournament, and I guess ever since the injury I had, it was sort of a reset in my mind, in my body, in my approach to matches maybe, and also into the press room, and I was able to tell the truth that I don't know what's going to happen, and some believed it, maybe not, but for the most part I think really, I think people believe me when I say I really didn't know what I was going to expect last year, and then having the run that I did have was incredible. I think that first match against Berdych in that third round, where I was able to show myself and my team that, wow, we worked really well, the game's there, so now it's just a question of how long can you keep it going, and then the 3-5 setters clearly against Nishikori, Stan, and then also Rafa. You know, 5 setters you never forget. Those become very personal moments out on court, and you will talk about it with your opponent for a lifetime, really. It's that crazy. So clearly the 3-1 down in the 5th set last year in the finals was the moment. The way I was able to stay calm and pull off better shots as the match went on, and then, you know, the roller coaster of the Hawkeye situations at the end, and not knowing I was going to blow my chance at the end after all, but I didn't, and it was maybe one of my favorite moments in my life on a tennis court.
So you didn't forget much, that's for sure. Your next round is against someone that you're also quite familiar with, someone you've probably had a few 5-set battles, maybe you have. He's beaten you twice, this Frenchman. Don't imagine you remember how many times you've beaten him, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. 16 times, so you guys have played 18 times. Richard Gasquet, terrifically talented Frenchman, is next up for you. Thoughts on giving it a go against Richard and that sweet one-hander he has?
Very much so. I love playing against one-handed guys, because we need to keep it alive, you know, for as long as possible. Because I don't think I'll teach my kids a one-handed backhand, so I just think the double-hander is more consistent, maybe, I don't know, but he's got one of the best in the game, best in history probably too, so I love playing the guy. He's got great variation, starts with his serve, then starts with his backhand. He can move to the net, a little old school. And we've had some good matches over the years, you know, in finals of Masters 1000, semis of slams. And like you said, he's beaten me a couple of times. I think both of them were on clay, maybe both times. I might have had match point, I'm not sure. And yeah, it's a good one, you know. It's a good matchup, I think, for me. But again, every match different. The last time I played him in Shanghai, actually, it was tough. So that's what I expect again.
Well, your racket skills are not in decline. Your cognitive skills not in decline. You're remembering a lot. Roger Federer is back in Melbourne. He's playing well, and we're going to let him leave and get ready for the third round. Way to go, Roger. Congratulations.